Hello and welcome back to Homebrew EDH. Got another episode for you, because I got another deck built. This episode is Tymna the Weaver and Tana the Bloodsower. I know I've taken a break from physical deck techs, said I wouldn't bring them back for a while, but I was really excited about this deck after I saw a cool combo in a video and decided to build it for myself. So this is a 4-color stax deck built to slow the game down long enough and ramp out to assemble one of 2 combos and eventually win the game through those. So with that, let's get into it. Now, given that we are in a 4-color deck, the mana base can get semi-complex, meaning ramp is going to come in super handy with cards like Orzhov Signet, Talisman of Conviction, Skyshroud Claim, and Crop Rotation. It's all about finding the right colors at the right time, otherwise you'd just be out of the game. And speaking of being out of the game, if we want to be in the game, we got to be able to draw some cards. Now, because we're not in blue, it can be a little bit harder to do, so I've brought in cards like Sign in Blood, Magus of the Wheel, and Thrill of Possibility to help take care of those problems. Now, speaking of problems, we should be able to get rid of our opponent's problems. We have a slew of cards that will let us do that, with cards like Vanishing Verse, Swords to Plowshares, Nature's Claim, Anguish to Making, and Assassin's Trophy, all serving as instant speed removal for whatever might threaten our board state or combo pieces. Now, I said this was a stax deck. It's sort of a stax deck. There's some pieces in there, but it's not a full-blown stax version of the usual build. I do have cards like Rule of Law, Archon of Emeria, Ghostly Prison, Armageddon, that kind of thing. I will err on the side of caution with Armageddon. We do not run Boros Charm in this deck. At least not yet. I haven't bought it. So if you add in Boros Charm, you're good to go because you can Armageddon in response Boros Charm and not blow up your lands. But in this version, as of right now, with the current deck list, we don't have a Boros Charm, so be careful with your Armageddon if you even plan to use it at all. If not, you can always take it out and substitute it for something else, well, like a Boros Charm. Now, I will say, I do have 4 proxies right now in the deck. You're looking at them right here. Leonin Relic Order, because I couldn't find it, so I printed another one. I have one. No idea where it is, though. The Entomb, Animate Dead, and Razaketh the Foul-Blooded are all proxied right now. I can even show you. It looks decent, but you take it out, and it's paper. So, yeah, I run a couple of proxies just on the more expensive stuff, because, well, I can't afford it right now. So down the line, eventually I'll have a real deck. But for right now, these pieces are proxied, and there's a combo with Relic Warder, a Sack Outlet, and Animate Dead that I will get to in the next segment when we go over the 2 combos in the deck. So the first combo in this deck is actually the one I got the idea for the deck from. I was scrolling around, watching a bunch of competitive level videos and other gameplay type stuff, and I came across the Good Fortune Unicorn, Murderous Redcap, Ashnod's Altar, and Corpse Knight combo. Now, the way this works is actually fairly simple, so I'll do my best to explain it. Basically, you're going to want the Altar or some kind of free sack outlet on board, whether that be the Altar or Phyrexian Altar or Carrion Feeder, that kind of thing. Something without a downside like Razaketh where you have to pay a bunch of life. Probably not going to want to do that unless you have more life gain pieces. So the basic premise is you're going to want the Altar out, your Corpse Knight type effect out. Zulaport Cutthroat works as well, or if you have a Mayhem Devil, which is also in this deck, you could have that out. It'll get you the same desired effect. I just use Corpse Knight because it hits everybody at once, so it's just less things I have to pay attention to. And here we go. So you have all this out. Now you can play Murderous Redcap, which says when it enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to its power to any target. It also has Persist, so when it dies, it comes back with a -1/-1 counter on it if it had no -1/-1 counters on it. Okay, you can play it, deal 2, and then it would enter, if you have Good Fortune Unicorn out already, with a +1/+1 counter on it, making it a 3/3. You can sacrifice it to the Altar, get your 2 colorless, goes to Graveyard, and then the Persist happens, so it comes back with a -1/-1, gets a +1/+1, so it counters out, deals it 2, deals the 1 to everybody, and then you can rinse, sack it again, repeat, go in the circles, and eventually burn the table out that way. There's another combo that I will bring in that was part of the proxy bit from a little bit ago that is built around Leonin Relic Warder and Animate Dead, and as I brought up, a sacrifice outlet. Now, what you can do here is have something else in your graveyard to target with Animate Dead, which is why I run cards like Entomb. I also have Vile Entomber for the cheaper side of things. Like I said, these three right here are proxies alongside Razaketh. So what you can do is entomb something, whatever you want, into your graveyard, cast Animate Dead, targeting that other thing. It would attach to said other creature, I'll just put it on Corpse Knight for now, that then says that Animate Dead, when it attaches to that graveyarded creature and brings it back, it loses the enchant graveyard one and says gains enchant creature, put onto the battlefield with Animate Dead, return it to your control, and attach Animate Dead to it. When Animate Dead leaves the battlefield, that creature's controller sacrifices it. So you can have it attached to something, you play your Relic Warder, which will exile your Animate Dead under it, which will cause you to sacrifice this creature. And really you don't need the outlet, I just put it in just in case. So you do that, this exiles, actually, no, you do, I lied. You do need a sacrifice outlet because you have to have a way to get rid of this and have it leave the battlefield. What you can do, because it's exiled under there, sacrifice this to it. When it leaves, return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it enters, enchant a creature card in your graveyard. We can pick Leonin Relic Warder back up, do the same thing. It'll come in, exile it, do the same loop. When it leaves, sacrifice the thing, yada yada. And if you have, obviously, enters triggers, like Corpse Knight, you will burn the table out fairly easily. Sorry if that seemed a little long-winded. It was just the easiest way I could think to explain the combos. I will leave a link to the EDH rec combo page down below so you guys can see it easier and explore more combos if you like. With all of that, that about wraps this episode up for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. These physical deck techs will probably be few and far between. Obviously, if you've seen the other content that I have being produced, that's my main focus right now. The Commander's Insight episodes, reviews of the decks I build live on Friday. Twitch will be in the description as well if you guys want to come hang out, chat about MTG or whatever. And I think that's about everything I have to say. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, consider liking, subscribing. We did just hit 50. I've got a cool project planned for that little milestone. I also have a Twitter where I post channel updates and interact with cool Magic people. If you guys want to follow there, that'll be down in the description and in the pinned comment. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys again for watching. Deck list in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.